So happy to see physically everyone's face here. I'm really thrilled. It's been more than 18 months since we had this last Zoho Lakes. So I warmly welcome you all for this physical event. And I'm sure you're going to have great 2 days, and we have great sessions lined up, deep product sessions. And we have a lot of experts here. Feel free to contact them in case you have any hurdles or hiccups or any suggestions on our product. This is a great time to network with our guys. Having said that, my presentation, I'm going to give a bigger picture of Zoho and what we are doing in Zoho, Middle East and Africa region, and especially here in the UAE market. So for the interest of people who are pretty new to this Zoho's ecosystem, just a quick background about Zoho's numbers. So we have more than 45 plus applications to be precise. In fact, we have crossed 50 applications. And we have 9,500 employees globally. We have the R&D center in India. And we have sales and marketing offices at around probably more than 15 locations around the world. And we have more than 190 countries we have our customers, and we have 25 years we have been running this company. So I'll be talking about our operations as a company, how we are running for last 25 years. And we are privately held. We are privately held, but publicly responsible. And I'm going to talk about, so what ahead of us. First, I want to thank each one of you on this occasion of 25th year anniversary celebrations we are having this year. We started this company in 1996. I personally joined this company when it was a startup in 1998, with less than 20 people. Now we have grown to 9,500 people, and we have 60 million registered users. That's quite a journey. For me personally, it is 23rd year, and I'm looking forward for the next 25 years. And when it comes to data center, just quick snapshot, we have data center at more than 10 locations, US, Europe, India. And you can see that those red dots is absent in the Middle East and Africa region. That's something we are, working on a very fast pace. We are going to have a data center soon in this region. And we have offices in more than 15 locations. And when it comes to a company, we are bootstrapped and profitable. And we are a company, we look forward for a long-term thinking and working relationship. As Sridhar pointed out in his keynote, we have employees who have joined as trainees, and more than 90% of our managers in this company have joined as trainees. Just think about it for a second. 90% of the managers have joined in this company as trainees. This is the first company for them. And it's very common to hear like people working here for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. So that's a kind of long-term thinking. And when it comes to partners, we have partners for more than 10 years carrying just Zoho. And we have partners who are basically not even our Zoho partners, even the vendors, whoever we select, we look forward for a long-term thinking, long-term partnership, long-term association with Zoho. That's a kind of company, bootstrapped and profitable. And as I said, we are zero debt company. We are extremely profitable. From day one, we are extremely profitable. We are not a company where we have a lot of revenue, but we are at loss. You take any typical SaaS company, go and look at the numbers, publicly traded companies, including some of the larger CRM players. They may have a good revenue, but they are not profitable. But we are extremely profitable, zero debt, and privately held, which gives us the freedom to really build more products, invest extremely deep R&D, and that's a kind of a company Zoho is. And when it comes to privacy, we put privacy over profits. That's how we say it. It's okay to leave money on the table. It's okay you don't make money just running an ad. That's a core fundamental philosophy of this company, DNA of this company. We value the privacy of our customers very seriously. Even backdated in 2006, when all this privacy problem before even coming into picture, in 2006, when we drafted our first privacy document internally, we said very clearly, we will not sell our customer data. That was backdated in 2006. That's the DNA of this company. and we haven't sold any customer data. We don't run any ads. Think about it. We have 60 million registered users. Just putting a small banner inside our Zoho mail or in our website can bring us like tens of millions of dollars. But we are not doing it. We are not running after those kind of money, right? That's an extreme privacy-focused company, and we value our customer privacy a lot and customer data. And good news is we haven't had even a single breach of customer data. Our security is pretty tight, and we are compliant to pretty much all the privacy laws and security measures in place. We are one of the early vendors who are GDPR compliant. And it's not GDPR compliant in Europe alone. We have taken the same stand, GDPR kind of strictness, to other regions, India, to US, to other parts, because GDPR has set a bar, and we have taken that bar to other countries, which we are not mandated, but yet we have taken that kind of a stand. And we are SOC 2 compliant, and I'm happy to share that recently we got a HIPAA compliance also, but the news has not been out. We are going to hear an announcement soon on the HIPAA compliant. So when it comes to compliance, when it comes to security, privacy, we are there. We are the forerunners. And as I said, we recently got the very important Privacy Information Management System approval, the 27701 ISO certification. And this is another interesting thing. Just go to Zoho.com and look for any third-party trackers. We have 0 trackers in our Zoho.com. And you go to any random SaaS companies or software companies, go and check their website. You will have some sort of SaaS trackers. What does that mean is, you as a customer, you are coming into our website, and we are passing, the vendor is passing that information to a third party to do some processing on their behalf, which we don't want to do it. So we removed all the trackers, and we have 0 trackers in our Zoho.com website. It's okay, we don't get some of the marketing information about the customers, know about the details of the customer who are landing on our Zoho.com, it's okay. But we don't want to track that customer and pass on that information to a third party. That's a very strong stand we have taken. Just go and check out Zoho.com, 0 trackers. And that's about the company. We are going to have a video going to be played after my presentation. It's going to touch upon our 25-year celebration. That's going to talk more about the company, culture, and philosophy. But let's get into the product side. So this is the overall layout of our products. Underneath, you could see like the individual application, the 50+ applications. So we give options to our customers where they can pick and choose individual products. Some customer would start with Zoho CRM, some could start with Creator, some could start with Zoho Books. But ultimately, as they see value, when they want to choose for a department, they will choose a sales and marketing bundle. So we also provide an option for customer to choose the bundles. So we have the CRM Plus bundle for sales and marketing. We have Finance Plus bundle. We have Workplace bundle for mail and collaboration. So we have bundles to choose from. And then over time, customer would feel like, okay, I'm going to get the best value ROI. My TCO is going to be reduced when I move to the full suite bundle, which is the operating system for business, we call it, which is a Zoho One bundle, which has all this 50+ application put together. So we provide that options to the customer. So we provide all the options to the customer. Either they can pick and choose individual products or suites which deem fit for their team needs, or the Zoho One bundle. So that's about how we have laid out the operating system of a business. And good news is, in this region, particularly UAE market, this is the fastest growing market globally for Zoho One. So the customers here are very rational. They are choosing Zoho One. They see a tremendous value with the 50+ applications bundle. And this year, we have seen 280% growth till date in last 3 months. In UAE region, 280% in Zoho One. That's a massive 3-digit growth. Probably end of the year, we'll be basically like ending up this year with more than 100% growth in Zoho One. So that's a massive hit. Zoho One is massive hit in UAE market. So before I get into some of the other details of what's coming up, so let's get into the state of the business. In 2020, it's been a tough year for everyone. But the good news is, at Zoho, we did a good job in 2020. I'll share some of the numbers. When it comes to, we want to measure the success, there are 4 parts to it. One is the pipeline has to increase, which means you need to have a lot of registrations coming to Zoho. And then obviously those registration has to be converted into customers, and those customers have to translate into revenues, and finally you should be able to retain those customers, right? So let's measure how Zoho fared on all these four departments in 2020. You could see here in terms of registrations, we have crossed 60 million registered users globally. And last year we crossed 60 million. And the compounded annual growth rate for last 5 years, CAGR, stands at 28%, which is pretty impressive in comparison to the industry average. And 2020 we had a small dip, but we had 22% growth in terms of our new registered users. And that's about registration. When it comes to customer growth, again, in 2013, if I put an index of 100, we have grown 6 times in last 7 years. Our compounded annual growth rate is 30%. And last year, 2020, still, it's not negative. We had 24% new customers who got converted in 2020 for Zoho. So that's pretty impressive record in comparison to the industry average or any SaaS vendor out there in the market. And when it comes to revenue, we don't, as being a private company, we don't disclose revenues, but this gives an indication. Our CAGR for last 5 years is 34% globally. And this market, UAE, it is more than 34%. It is more than 40%. So we have exceeded the average of Zoho in this market, despite all this pandemic hit. And last year, globally, we had a revenue growth of 29%. We pressed the panic button last year during this month, in March and April, where things were so gloomy. But apparently, our customers felt that there's tremendous value for Zoho even in these tough times, and they're able to choose Zoho and able to write the paycheck to Zoho. So that's a kind of amazing growth we had in terms of revenue. And when it comes to, this is a very important slide, how customers are treating us. Is the product is working? The important measure is the churn rate, what you call it as, or what is the average lifetime value of a customer in using the Zoho products. It used to be 4.4% churn. You have 100 customers, and next month you're going to lose 4.4 customers. That's the churn rate. And that used to be, in 2006, it used to be 4.4%, which is kind of an industry average, is like 4%. But Zoho, we're able to retain customers thanks to Zoho One. Customers are seeing tremendous value in it. And our churn has dropped significantly. And 2020, our churn was at 2.9%. And 2021, it seems to be even more better. Probably would end up in 2.7 or 2.8%, which is far, far better than the industry average, which is around 4%. That shows that customers are really sticking to our products. So this is where we fared on all the 4 departments, registrations to customers, to revenue, to churn. And when it comes to 2020, so we did a lot of activities. I just want to quickly share. This is a great opportunity when meeting people, just share what we did in 2020. As we all know, including Zoho, we are able to, these are tough times, but we had an experience navigating these tough times in the past. When I really recap, in 2000, the year 2000, when Zoho was not born as a SaaS company, we have been serving the network equipment manufacturers, the Motorola's and Cisco's, as a telecom OEM provider, with one product. And when dot-com bubble burst happened in 2000, I'm not sure many of you are aware of, 90% of the customers vanished overnight, 90% of the customers. It's like, you can think about a moment which cannot be so worse than that. COVID wasn't so worse than that for us, but we were able to navigate that kind of tough times. What we did is we transitioned ourselves into another brand called ManageEngine, which is actually a good brand, has a strong presence in this region, which is for IT management and monitoring. And then in 2005, we transitioned ourselves into the Zoho, which is a cloud-based software. So we had experience navigating these tough times. And, when during tough times, I'm sure all of you would have undergone, you have to throw out the standard playbook out of your window. And the first foremost is, we said 2020 in March, April, when Sridhar called for an urgent meeting, he said, survival first, growth is next. So survival means it's winning at this point of time. And we have cut all the non-essential spending. Though we are profitable extremely, we have great bank balance, And we are growing at 25%, yet we said like, we cut all the digital spending, we have cut all the social media spending, some of the spending were literally zero. The important thing, what we really did is the good karma of helping our customers and the community. So what we did is, in order to help our customers, we launched Zoho Remotely product, a bundle, which we gave it for free. During these tough times, people want to collaborate with their employees, with their customers. So this has more than 10 products inside into the Remotely bundle, and we launched the Remotely bundle during last year, during the pandemic time. And this is a massive hit program, what we called as the Emergency Subscription Assistant Program, which we gave 6 months free subscription for existing customers. They can enjoy the subscription, without paying to Zoho. And I'm glad to say that tens and thousands of customers have benefited out of ESAP globally, especially this region in UAE market. We have thousands of customers who have used this ESAP program and paying nothing to Zoho for the 6-month subscription. So more details at this URL. And we also launched Back to Work application, where customers are coming back to the business. We gave this Back to Work again free, to our customers. And we also launched a COVID-19 program globally, where we asked the customers, who are field workers, who are non-profit, you just come up with the application needs, be it mobile application, web application, we will build it for you. So we have built hundreds of such COVID-related applications, free of cost, for building and also hosting those applications. And this has tremendously helped a lot of people out there in the field, doctors to government bodies to hospitals, who have used these COVID applications and able to. So this is a bit of our share to this whole rescue people who are doing great job on the field. And globally we did it. And even in UAE market, we built a couple of applications for the field workers. And this is a case study of a non-profit able to distribute a lot of relief materials in India and different states. And it is a huge trust. And they've used complete our creator application for taking care of all the logistics, distributing and everything. So this is one of the case studies who have really used this program and built a great applications. So to summarize what we did in 2020, for the employees, what we said is, we made work from home as, when even before anyone blinked about it, we said, like Sridhar said, called and said, we're going to do a work from home right from tomorrow. That's way back in February, when even people are talking about, started talking about the whole COVID problem. In late February, we said we're going to work from home, and still till date, we are working from home. We provide that option to our customers, to our employees, and we have made a very strong stand that we are not going to lay off even a single employee. That's a very strong stand, because our bank balance is very strong. We don't have to answer any VC companies. We don't have an external pressure. We're not a public traded company. We don't want to, put a good balance sheet or whatever, We are not at mercy of any other people. We said we have great bank balance. We are going to take care of employees, no layoffs. Worst case, let the executive team, people like me, be prepared for a salary cut. We said, okay. But apparently we didn't have a salary cut. Okay, thanks to customers. And when it comes to customers, as I said, we launched ESAP, we launched Remotely. We even launched Zoho Classes, which is an education bundle free of cost for students who want to remotely, like this kind of backstage, what Sridhar did, could be useful for the education, where students can connect to the teachers and staffs and, So we launched the Zoho Classes and Back to Work. And for community, we did as I said, the creator applications. And we also, as part of the community, work, we have been distributing free meals to the community for 10,000 people daily on day-to-day basis in our Chennai office, So that's a kind of good karma we created. I'm sure, we are getting the profits from the customers in the community. There's a time to give back, and we did exactly what we want to do in 2020. So all the COVID-related work is out there in the link. So let's get back to my third part of my presentation to share some of the UAE numbers. So despite COVID-19, the business in Middle East and Africa have grown, have surpassed even Zoho's average. That's a good news. And this is a general trend we saw. In Middle East, we saw our growth was driven by upgrades. Lot of existing customers. It's very hard to get a new customer during this COVID time, especially in Middle East. But existing customers, that's a testimony of our products. They're seeing a great value from our products. Existing customers able to roll out their Zoho adoption to more employees and able to write a bigger check for to us. So the upgrades were higher in Middle East, and Africa had more new revenues. So I'll be talking about some of the questions raised on Africa and some of the questions on our marketing efforts in the UAE as part of my end of my presentation. So our foremost stand was to make sure we keep our existing customers happy. We picked up the phone and spoke to the customers, and that has paid way to people appreciating us and upgrading and sticking to us. And we also explained them our ESAP program, making sure they are aware of this ESAP program. They don't downgrade our product, but rather continue to use our products for 6 months free subscription. So these are the top 5 products when it comes to overall growth percentage in 2020. Of course, the Zoho One is a massive hit, the tall leader, followed by Creator, which again, Sridhar said, like, it is kind of a custom ERP, kind of when customers want to looking for ERP. We have customers who are like, take one of the largest university in India, SRM University. They have like more than 30,000 students, 1,500 staff, and they have basically like moved away from SAP, and then they're using Zoho Creator custom platform for their ERP needs. 30,000 students, one of the largest university. So that is fastest growing in this region. And because when people are looking at more custom ERP, custom solutions, Creator is a rescue. Workplace bundle is doing extremely good, which is the mail and all the productivity applications is the number 3. And of course, books, the accounting software is again fastest growing in this region. And of course, the CRM, in Zoho One, the most used product is the Zoho CRM. So all the customers who want CRM are obviously migrating to Zoho One because they can get access to other products, but still Zoho CRM is the core product in the Zoho One bundle. So these are the top 5 products to give an idea of what is really working in this market. And as I said, 2020 last year, the Zoho One growth was at 60%, and this year we are staring at 280% growth year to date. Probably end of the year, we might end up with more than 100%, right? So that's a massive growth we are looking at for Zoho One. And this is interesting stats. We thought like, when customers are using Zoho One, we thought like probably average they'll be using 4 or 5 applications in Zoho One. Probably CRM, Desk Creator, books, But apparently to our surprise, average number of applications used by a customer is more than 18 applications. Think about it for a second. That's a great lock-in. In industry terms, they call it as lock-in, but for us, it is more value we are providing to the customers. And they don't want to pay anything extra. You're going to want to use another 10 applications, you're not going to pay anything extra because you already paid for Zoho One bundle. So that's the kind of average 18 number of applications used by customers is 18.6. And we have customers who are using Zoho One bundle, just 2 users to 28,000 users. There's a customer who have purchased Zoho One for the entire organization. This is an IIFL is the largest financial organization in India. 28,000 customers onboarded into Zoho One. And IIFL is into the finance and loan processing, and these are the areas where they operate. And they started with Zoho CRM. They used other few products like campaign, survey, and stuff like that. And then they moved into the CRM Plus bundle. They said like, okay, I'm using 3-4 products. Let me move into the CRM bundle. And then ultimately they saw a great value for Zoho One. They said like 28,000 users, I'm going to move into the Zoho One bundle, right? And today they are Zoho One customer. They have migrated from these applications, CRM Next to CRM Plus, Workplace to Connect, Zoom to Zoho Meeting, right? They use Zoho Meeting for all the 28,000 employees, right? SurveyMonkey to Zoho Survey, Gmail to Zoho Mail. These are the migration, what they did. As an organization, bigger organization of 28,000 people, they migrated to these applications. Word to Writer, Spreadsheet, and Show, and they use 44 applications out of these 50 applications, right? So that's a kind of impact Zoho One as a customer, a small SMBs, micro SMBs, freelancers could use Zoho One to a large enterprises who has 28,000 employees can use Zoho One. And in last year, we made a tremendous traction with respect to a lot of partnerships, strategic alliances, especially with the government bodies. And I'm glad and happy to share that we have partnered with Dubai Economy, who are the sole authority to give trade licenses in UAE. And any new customer who onboarded into Dubai, the DED, getting a trade license, would get credits of basically like AED of 6,600, which is like 1,800 US dollars. So you get a worth of wallet credits, and using those wallet credits, you can buy the Zoho products. So we have made a strategic alliances, and we are extremely happy. And we are also in discussion with a lot of government bodies where we could help customers, help the businesses who are really starting in UAE to adopt software to go completely digital using our Zoho One bundle, right? And we also did a partnership with BNI, which is the Business Network International, and where if you are a part of BNI community, you get, again, a lot of benefits out of this partnership. So these are some of the strategic alliances we did, and we are also, partnered with a lot of banks, where someone who really signs up to the bank, creates a banking account, would get a lot of benefits using the Zoho products. So we'll be announcing those things in coming months. But the point is, we are taking this market very seriously, and we are making deep investment in this market. Extremely, we are expanding our operations in this UAE market, and our Dubai office is already have, as Sridhar said, we are going to set up what he calls a transnational localism, right? You be global, yet you be very, local, and provide all the local customer-facing operations, be it support to solutions consulting. Some of the questions were like, we don't have a person to talk to locally in order to help us in terms of building a solutions, right? We have we have leadership created now here. We are basically hiring people on local support. We are going to provide Arabic support also, right? And our office in Dubai is going to expand especially in 2021. We had a lot of plans in 2020, but apparently the pandemic has stopped us. But 2021 is going to expand, and the numbers are very encouraging. It is way higher than what Zoho is doing in other parts of the world. So which means that we are going to have a lot of investment in this region. You're going to see that, and feel free to contact our people here who have these red tags, our employees. Basically, feel free to talk to them. They can help out in terms of solutions consulting, or in terms of any support issues you have in the past or you're having now. So these are some of the sample customers we have in this region. And to summarize, so this is what we offer to our customers. 50 applications. Pretty much you can run entire your company, from sales to marketing to your HR to your finance to your IT. You name it, we have it in Zoho. And we provide all the options to the customers. And I look forward for the next 25 years. And I'm sure the people inside this room are the brand ambassadors for us. The customers who have signed up 10 years before are still with us, and they are the evangelists for us. And next 25 years, we want to really join hands with you and move forward for the next 25 years. Thank you.